Welcome back to Dispatches from Shed Quarters. How many was that?
I don't know. I lost count.
No, okay. Well, it is a very, very special episode of Dispatches from Shed Quarters. Why do you ask? Because Jason Bayshard has survived the most horrific ordeal. He had to spend 14 days with his family.
Well, with my wife.
As I stated earlier, the most horrific event any man. You want one of these?
Actually, yes. I will happily take a beverage today. I'm feeling rather parched.
Right. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. Good to be back.
Yes. And by the way, we are drinking Sons of Kent 1792 English Ale.
I don't know if I've had this one.
You probably had.
Hey, it tastes like beer.
Yeah.
That one's not bad. That is probably one of the ones that I did try back when and
way back in the day.
Bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that one I can handle.
Yeah, this is like I said, this has always been my go-to.
Okay.
Like some of the other things are usually short runs.
Okay.
But this is like one of their steady run kind of things.
Yeah, I do see that one a lot. They sell it in stores now, so
that's good beer.
It tastes good after the day I've had.
Oh, all right. Let's get into it then.
Okay. So I do have a few things on my mind.
Okay.
And some of it's going to get on the dramatic side.
Okay.
So, do you want to keep it light or do you want to get dramatic right away?
Fuck no, dude. Let's
Jeez, okay.
Get right
rip
into
the Band-Aid and get into it.
Yep. Rip the Band-Aid.
Okay, before I get into the really super serious stuff, let me tell you about my day, because I went back to work today.
Yes, you did. After 14 days off.
After 14 days off, I went back to work.
Were you welcome with social distancing?
Well, they have taken their precautions. Okay, our office in general is closed.
Yes.
Only the shipping department is in the building.
Which stuns me.
Well, as long as if Canada Post and Canpar are still working, we are. So...
okay.
We got modems that still got to go out. We got modems still coming in. The numbers may not be as high as they are under normal circumstances, but they're still there.
But I was more concerned about the stuff coming back and the level of potential infestation.
Yep. Well, we take as much precaution as we can in regards to that. But as we've been told, contracting it that way is minimal.
Okay. Were you told this by a shift supervisor?
It came down at like way back when this stuff started happening.
Okay.
That the odds of getting a modem contaminated with it, the odds of that happening are slim.
Okay.
So it doesn't transfer that easily that way.
No.
There's too much of a time gap from point A to point B that the virus can't survive, apparently. That's what we're being told. Or that's what we were told. Hopefully.
Yeah.
There are circumstances that do put that a little bit in question.
Like vials of saliva in with the modems?
I haven't seen anything like that, no. And I haven't seen a good cockroach modem in a while either. So
awesome.
Those are always fun.
Yeah.
No, okay. So I'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
So I've still been in touch with people at work. I know what I was going to coming into.
Okay.
Because... government, you can't have more than 5 people in a space, right? Our shipping department has, in total, I think 12 associates.
Okay. And you all work in the same...
You all technically work in the same room now.
Okay.
It's a large room, but there's not a full 6 feet of distance between everyone. Okay.
Okay.
And there's not always all 12 people there. You know, we have a couple dedicated night people, and we have people off. There's a couple people that are still off doing their own isolations and whatnot. So not everyone's there. Today we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in our room, but they've split up. We had 3 others in our old room. They moved them back there to operate from there so that we don't have too many people in one room.
All right.
There's nobody else in the building, so we have room.
Spilling out into the hallways.
Yes.
All right.
Now, I before I go any further, I have to tell another story. It's a Kevin thing.
I know. I told you that to tell you this.
Yes. So years ago, I worked at a call center here in town called Transcom.
Okay.
Okay. I went through the ringer in that place. A lot of people did. They were well known for not being the best of place to work, or not the best place that dealt with their agents and stuff. In my personal ordeal, I went through a lot of shit over a 3-month period.
Okay.
To the point where I had to go on a stress leave. Now, most people in this place, when they left on stress leave, they didn't come back. That was Transcom's history.
So they run you through the ringer, and then when they finally break you, people say, fuck this.
Yes.
And they get used to, like, they go out, and they go, oh, life is good out here.
Basically, yeah, they can't handle coming back.
Okay. The idea of coming back.
Right.
Okay.
So now, for me personally, when it first happened, I went to my doctor, talked things out. He gave me some tips on some things to try to, alleviate the stress and whatnot, make it better. I had a note, 2 weeks stress leave.
Okay.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That was my note. That was the note that I took to HR at the time. Okay. So I did all that. I come back from my 2-week leave. And this is at Transcom.
Mm-hmm.
I come back from my 2-week leave, and things were a little off. Like, first off, my badge didn't let me in the door.
Really?
Okay, but I could see if I'm not supposed to be there for 2 weeks, they would
lock you out for 2 weeks.
I could see that, right?
Okay.
My passwords, I couldn't log into the computer.
Oh.
I couldn't log my shifts to get paid at the end of my shift every day. And this went on for like a month at least. A month, 6 weeks. I can't remember exactly the amount of time. I came back feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
Ready to do the job and everything.
Yeah.
And then I got shifted again because it all involved, I was in one department. I got trained to go to another department. Then they didn't want me in that department. They wanted me back at the old department for a while. And then I went to the new department. That's just the tip of the iceberg on what happened at Transcom. Okay. But I got through all that. I came back, was back to work. But I couldn't log my shifts. I had to report to my supervisor at the end of my shift to make sure I got paid every day, like to make sure that it got logged so I could get paid.
Yeah.
Okay. That went on for probably about 6 weeks or so. Then it got ironed out finally. I got moved to the new department finally, and everything was going good. And then something happened. We had a shift bid. Okay. So seniority, you pick here's the list of so many shifts, pick your number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on.
Yep.
Seniority rules, blah, blah, blah. Well, it worked out that I got the exact shift I wanted that was going to work perfectly for me at that time. The Friday, it was supposed to start the following week. The Friday before it was supposed to start.
Yep.
They came to me that afternoon, halfway through my shift, and said, just to let you know, you're not starting the shift that you want on the shift bid. We need you to work 6 p.m. to 2 a.m.
6 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yes. That's going to be your shift for the foreseeable future. And I had no choice in the matter.
Oh.
They just did the shift bid. Yeah. I got my shift, and then they took it away from me.
Because you got it?
I don't know the reasoning. I wasn't the only one, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But still, why the fuck did we do a shift bid, right?
Right.
So that was the final straw. I took off my headset. I went to HR. I said,
take this job and shove it?
Pretty much.
Nice.
I walked out. I handed my stuff in. I walked out. I went immediately to unemployment office to start my file. I was there for an hour and a half filling out the form because there's a section in there where they want to describe why did you quit or whatever. Like, well, I gave them all the details, and that's what took so long for me to write out this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this. I got done it, and they told me to wait. Somebody was going to look it over just to make sure everything was good, right? They weren't going to make a, they were going to confirm that everything was fine in my application.
Yeah.
They call me into the office, and the guy's, is this real?
Oh, no way. Really?
I've said every single word. He goes, most people, when they leave Transcom, they just put, it was too stressful and whatnot.
Yeah.
This is real. I'm like, yeah, that's what I went through. He said, you put up with way more than anybody else I've ever seen who've come from Transcom.
But that's you.
That was me.
That's you. Because I remember you said you wouldn't say shit if you had a mouthful for a long time about a lot of things.
I am still that way.
Yeah.
I even though I'm middle-aged and whatnot, I'm still intimidated by my quote-unquote superiors and whatnot. So I am still afraid to...
I'm not.
Oh, really? What? No.
Anyway.
So, yeah. So that's just...
You need to take a page out of my playbook.
So, having said that, I show up for work today.
Yeah.
My badge didn't let me in the door.
No.
Sorry. Back step. When I quit, when I left Transcom.
Yeah.
So you know how they send a record of employment?
Yes.
They sent 2. Because by their records, I had quit on medical leave, not 2 weeks stress leave.
What?
Because everyone else leaves and doesn't come back. They just go on medical leave and don't come back. So HR just assumed I wasn't coming back, even though my doctor's note specifically said 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they had put me as quitting for medical leave.
No.
And then restarted my employment 2 weeks later. So I had a record of employment for the 3 years or whatever up to when I left on stress leave. And then I had another record of employment that lasted about 2.5 months from when I came back and quit.
Holy shit. That's fucking shady shit right there.
Yeah. Even when I talked to HR or to unemployment with my file, and they like, why do you have 2 record of employment? I said, you have to ask them that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got the 2 record of employments and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So now, luckily, that's not what's happening in this case.
But you must have had some serious flashbacks.
I did. My badge didn't let me in the door. So when you can't get in the door, you have to call our workforce.
Yeah.
Okay. And the guy goes, our office is closed, right?
I'm an employee.
I work in shipping.
Yeah.
Oh. So for some reason, Workforce doesn't have me listed as a shipping associate, even though I've been in the position for over 6 months or almost 6 months.
They have you listed
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know how Workforce sees me, but they know I'm in shipping. They schedule me as shipping. They give me my shipping hour, like the hours that I work, like.
But you're not classified.
But for some reason, he looked me up and didn't know I was shipping.
Oh,
Again, there's only 12 of us in the department. It's a short list.
Did you sort that out once you got through the door?
Well, my badge is working fine now. They fixed that. That's an easy fix. But it gets better. Because I get to my station, which I'm still in the other room, like at my desk.
Yeah.
Even though they've separated the one who was on the one side, she's now moved across the room and stuff. They gave us more space. My passwords didn't work.
No, of course they didn't.
No explanation for that one. That took an hour and 15 minutes to get someone to finally reset my password so I can log in and start my shift proper. Now, luckily, returns, which normally would show up shortly after we start at 8, they don't come until almost 10 o'clock right now with the current situation.
Because of everything what's going on.
So it got worked out and all, and that's fine.
But at that point in time, you must have been like, what? Like, is this like...
Yeah. But I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried. It's just weird that, weird coincidence that the exact same situation. But it's not the same situation. They knew I was on this. Like, I'm not worried about any shadiness going on with Tech Savvy. That much better minds involved in this one.
Except for the guy at Workforce.
Yeah. I don't even know who it was, so it's weird. Now here's the downside to me going back to work. Like, I was looking forward to it. I like my job. I like the job that I do right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Being a core agent, taking the phone calls and whatnot. I tried to bust my ass to get off the phones for a reason.
It sucks.
I'm probably going to be back there.
No.
When I got hired for this position in returns, I did sign a temporary contract
to do the returns.
6 months. 6 months.
Okay.
So as of April 20th, my contract is done. I got a call from HR yesterday, like yesterday afternoon, to tell me that when I come back today, I was to go to see our Corpsys guys, the guys who run the system, to get equipment to work from home, because as of the 20th, they're not going to renew my contract for returns because the work isn't there, because returns are slower with the situation. There's not enough work to maintain me in shipping. So I'll be back on the phones and I'll have to work from home.
God damn it. You just left there.
It's been 6 months. It's been a good 6 months, but I knew this was a possibility.
Yeah.
My supervisors always said, don't worry, you're not going anywhere and all that. But she couldn't foresee this current situation. And this will probably only be temporary, because once things it's all clear and we're back to full swing, they're going to get hammered with returns.
I would imagine. Yeah.
It's going to happen. We know this. But if that doesn't change in 3 weeks,
currently,
that's going to be my situation. So I'm going to be back into the schedule rotation. No more cushy 8 to 5, Monday to Friday, and all that stuff.
Damn it.
I'm on a 2.5 week countdown, basically, for that. So that's kind of been bumming me out today.
Do you know what you do? Another 14-day isolation.
That was one thing one of my coworkers asked is, well, didn't they not give you the offer to just stay out? Stay off? No, that was never an option. Not by their choice.
Yeah.
And I couldn't choose that.
You're looking a little feverish, brother.
It's funny you say that.
No.
Because one of my coworkers, now, luckily, odds are, and if by some chance they do hear this, shit's going to hit the fan, because I'm not telling this to the people who we live with. Crystal knows.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying this to anyone else in my household. But one of my coworkers in shipping, who left before I did.
Okay.
She left on the 13th. I left on the, I think, 17th. I can't remember the exact date. But she left a few days before me. Her and her husband are the latest 2 cases in Chatham.
No.
Yes. And they haven't gone anywhere. They don't know how.
It's just a spontaneous.
They don't know how they would have gotten it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I'm probably, well, no, it's not speaking out of turn. She posted it on fucking Facebook, so.
Yeah, and there is a news article in the Chatham Daily that
right, but the person in particular, she posted it on Facebook that her and her husband have it and they haven't been anywhere and yada, yada, yada.
Wow.
So I'm not stepping on any toes, I don't think. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But so
ooh, that's something.
Yeah. Luckily, because she's been away for now well over 14 days. Yeah. She's on like 19 days or something. So we're fine.
Yeah.
You know, but still, it's funny that
had happened.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
So that was my day today. And the bad news and so on.
Wonderful first day back.
Now, it's going to get better because when I get home, my granddaughter's over. We haven't seen her other than video chat for 2 weeks.
Yes.
So
I've seen some of the pictures that Crystal's been putting up. So
yeah, I just saw the latest ones were her with the slinky.
That's the one.
Have to show her how to do it.
Yeah, you're slinking wrong.
Yes. So now let me get to the really dramatic part.
Okay.
Because this whole situation and the quarantine and so on affected me a lot differently than I expected it to.
Your Facebook posts were...
That's minor.
Yeah.
That was a small little fun thing that would take me all of less than 5 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So not a lot of thought involved or anything like that.
I was in on that joke and I was just waiting.
I'm proud of the just the doll face night. That was
yes.
I'm proud of that one.
Every day I would wake up and go, when's he going to post? When's he going to? There it is. Yes.
Yeah. Some nights I forgot to do it at night, so I'd do it the next morning. But yeah, if you're not familiar, if you don't have me on Facebook, I played up where we found this old doll of my wife's and it came alive and took over and yada yada yada. So she's now back in her slumber in the closet again, and hopefully to never be awoken again because she ate all my fucking chocolate.
I told you to ration and hide that stuff.
But that was, that was the one of the better moments.
Yeah.
something else has been weighing on me this entire time.
Okay.
For one, being the movie and TV guy,
Yeah.
I haven't watched hardly anything.
Really?
You would have thought I would have watched a shitload,
yeah,
right?
that would have been like right in your wheelhouse of.
Nope. I watched the last season of BoJack Horseman.
Okay.
Phenomenal show. If you're not familiar, you should. I cannot recommend it enough. And I am 3/4 of the way through the first season of Jack Ryan on Amazon.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good.
Loving
series.
that show.
It's a fun series.
I did watch DC Cab, but I think I finished that actually before I went into.
Yeah, because
quarantine.
we talked about that.
Yeah, that movie does not hold up well.
Oh no, I wouldn't think so.
No, but yeah, I haven't hardly watched a whole lot.
What'd you do?
Pokemon.
Really?
Because even though we were staying at home, we would go out for drives. We wouldn't leave the car other than it may be at a park where there's no one around, lots of distance.
Yeah.
And that would be for like all of 2 minutes kind of thing. No, nothing. We didn't go in anywhere. We didn't go to any stores. We went through the Tim Hortons drive-through usually. That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you were no symptoms.
No.
You had self-quarantine.
This was the precautionary isolation.
Yeah, preventative precautionary thing because the people that you live with were coming back from the States.
Yes.
So there was nobody with symptoms.
Nope.
This was just one
no
of the
one
things.
has shown any signs of anything.
Right. So this is the thing that you were told you had to do when you were people coming back from vacation. Mm-hmm. Nobody was symptomatic.
Nope.
So this was just
but we couldn't just stay at home. No. So we did drive around Pokemon for a couple hours almost every night, that sort of thing. So we did a lot of that.
Yeah.
YouTube video stuff and TikTok TikTok is a rabbit hole that sucks you down real easy. I avoided Reddit, but TikTok got me.
Yeah. One doesn't get you, the other one will.
Exactly. I was playing Witcher 3. I've been playing Witcher 3 but that game is massive.
Yeah, the boys play it, and they're telling me it's huge.
It is huge. I would play on average about 4 hours every morning when I'd wake up.
Yep.
I don't even think I'm not even halfway. because just like with Skyrim, I would spend more time just running through the wilderness finding stuff.
Oh, okay.
Doing like side stuff and whatnot.
Sandbox stuff.
Not doing the main quest line. I would do all the side stuff and just there's a question mark on the map. That's an undiscovered location. I'm gonna run there. And
well, that was part of the World of Warcraft. The joys of doing that as well.
Well, yeah, because you got experience for new areas and all that stuff. Yeah, there was that. But that in World of Warcraft, the difficulty level would go up, so it'd get more and more dangerous to do that.
Absolutely.
This game doesn't operate quite that way. Yeah, you can run into a few monsters that might be too tough. Run away. Yeah. But I've explored the entire first area entirely. I've explored the second area. I'm probably 3/4 explored.
Holy cow!
and I think there's 3 more areas to get to.
Oh, geez.
And I have been working on the main quest line now a little bit, but I'm still not that far in. Like, it's just massive.
Yeah.
So, but I'm loving it. I think the controls are a little bit wonky at times, but I'm digging it. I am digging it. Yeah, you have it right there.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
I haven't played anything,
but that's been most of my time. I've been trying to avoid getting into too much because Crystal's there, and I've had this feeling with her for a long time that I need to keep myself available to occupy her.
Okay,
because she doesn't stick to her own hobbies very much. Like, she's got a couple painting projects because she hasn't had paint class in months. And she's got a couple commissioned jobs that she's been asked to do, but she's not doing it. She got a new fancy art easel for Christmas and stuff, and she's
just not feeling it?
She's not confident enough to do it on her own. She did it a few times, but she's not confident to keep going.
But her work is really good.
I know.
So I don't see.
I can't explain it.
I would also say, like, with her baking and her cooking, she's a very good chef when it comes to that.
She didn't do a whole lot of baking up until just the last less than a week. I know. Well, I'm glad because I didn't gain 50 pounds. I only gained 10.
Yeah. But it's like, is it just because of the disruption of the
routine
pattern?
I don't know. I can't explain it.
That's really weird.
I keep asking her, you still need to, do you need to do some painting? Because I've asked her to paint something. And I have everything she needs to do it. She has like a print that she then traces to get the outline and so on. That's how she does it. But she's just not willing to do it. I can't. Wow. I don't know why. And she's got time because Winners is still going to be closed for a few more weeks yet.
Yeah.
So she's on a very long extended time.
Sure. It just sounds like her routine and her pattern is disrupted so much.
I can't say anything to it though because it's similar to me in my and writing and whatnot. It's the same type of thing. I know she wants to, like I want to write, but I can't. That's the other thing. I wasted my quarantine time. I could have been writing stuff, but I could never bring myself. I tried twice to sit down at the computer to try and put something down, and I couldn't.
I was kind of in the same book with the writing because I tried to journal, and the only thing that came out of came from my head to the paper was talking about coronavirus and what's going on. And I'm going like, I want to do this to get away from this. And it's taking up so much rent in my head. I can't not think about it.
I think that's kind of where my mind's at too. It is everywhere, and it's hard to hard to find anything that doesn't.
Yeah.
And doesn't mention it, reference it, affected by it, whatever. You know? And the same goes with movies. Even though there may not be movies about it, well, a bunch of movies have been released digitally because of the virus. You can't help but think of that.
Yeah. I'm so the way I dealt with it is the way I'm dealing with it now is I don't know if you've seen, like, I had 2 long Facebook posts about what I thought about what
I saw one of them.
Yeah. So one was a week or so ago.
I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw the one you posted. Was it yesterday or the day before?
That was today.
Was that just today?
Let me check. But like you said, there was a couple things. I think one of the ones was a Facebook memory popped up, and no, it wasn't that. I was in bed. It was on the weekend, and I was lying in bed, and I woke up. And everything, the words just bam, just went right into my head. And I went, okay, I got to get this out. And I said, I jumped up and I came down here and I started banging away, and I put that first one out.
Okay.
And it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, that felt good to get that. It was there, and whatever was speaking to me said, okay, I'm now appeased that you have put this out there. So
you had the bug, and
yeah,
okay.
I think it's the curiosity one that you read. That was today.
So. Okay,
that was at 10 hours ago.
Okay.
So
it was just before my. Okay, so it was when I was getting ready to go to work and stuff. Okay,
so I'll try and find the other one, but the the curiosity one. It was just something I've been thinking about and listening to different news outlets on the radio on the way to work, and they're talking about oil is now like under $20 a barrel, and I'm just like, what is going to happen to our economy after? And like, when does it bounce back? And like, that was like, okay, when does it bounce back? What happens when we get the all clear? Do we just like automatically kick into overdrive again, or
people are going to feel like they need to play catch up.
That was my thinking too, because a lot of people are.
I have nothing to catch up on when it comes to that. So,
but I think a lot of it, you see all these posts where people are talking about, there's no cars, CO emissions have dropped, and we're all thinking about this, and we realize pro sports is like a waste of time and like this.
No.
But you see these people posting those
Yep.
things, and they're saying those words, and they're saying like, once we get this like the all clear, that train of thought, when does it stop? When does the carrot at the end of the stick? When do people start noticing that again? When do I'm assuming as soon as the first mortgage payment is due, and people go, oh shit, I still have to pay this.
Yep.
So that I want to see when the old normal catches up to the air quote new normal that we're living in right now, and how quickly the new normal gets
It's
supplanted.
going to be a train wreck.
Oh yeah,
It's going to be a massive train wreck. Those people that, I don't have to make my payments and whatnot.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you should still do it if you can.
Yeah.
I mean, like a lot of us. Well, we got lucky. Okay, this hitting happened at the right time for us because we had gotten our income tax returns.
Yeah.
So we got refunds. We've got enough money in the bank to be able to keep us going.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm the only one off work without pay. Okay, so I have put in for unemployment. I just got my code today, actually, finally, but I'm back to work now. And I'm confused about the whole unemployment situation because they released information about some other program to subsidize, and I thought because my claim, like I hadn't heard anything. I thought I was getting moved to this other plan automatically according to the articles that I read, but apparently not. Apparently I'm still on regular unemployment.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what the next steps are. And I don't know when I'm going to see that money. Like they're waiving that first week waiting period, but it's already been 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
well, I can
but
tell
we're
you
going to get through. We're fine.
I can tell you firsthand because one of my good buddies works for the unemployment.
And I get they're overwhelmed. I get that.
Overwhelmed is...
Yeah, I know. Over 1 million in 1 week.
Yeah. So he was working in the office in London, and then they were offering him 7 days a week.
I'm not surprised.
And the last time I talked to him, he was supposed to work last Sunday, but his managers looked at his performance and they went, you need to slow down because you are going to burn yourself out. I'm like, what? Your supervisors have told you to stop. Where everybody was working at close to 100%, he was at 130% productivity.
Wow.
And he's like, I go, what are you doing? He goes, I just want to make sure everybody's okay. So this is one guy killing himself trying to make sure everything is okay.
An unsung hero.
Yeah. And like I said, I get doctors and nurses and cleaning staffs and hospitals, stuff like this. That one post that I was going like, the civil servants. It's been a while. The civil servants that are killing themselves trying to make sure people have the money to provide for the families, they're being ignored. Nobody's like saying like, good job. And there's my buddy's wife. She's a civilian working in the army in one of the offices. They sent her home. They said, yeah, we're shutting down. She goes, what about my work? She goes, don't worry about it. Just go home.
So they're paying her?
I guess. But
Kristen's work is.
Yeah.
But only for they're giving her 3 weeks worth of pay.
Yeah. So, but the problem is she's such a workaholic and just go thing. All this downtime is driving her batty.
Idle hands.
Idle hands is exactly the thing. So it's where she's at home doing nothing and her husband's at home doing everything. I was talking to her today. I go, how's it going? She goes, I'm sitting here watching him work and reading the news. I go, stop reading the news for one thing. That's the worst thing you could do is be reading the news right now. But I said, go watch a movie or something. And she goes, I've done all that. She goes, I'm waiting for it. This is, okay, what really sucks about this is their 25th wedding anniversary. It was coming up the 26th. No, 27th of April. There was a bunch of them, a group of them had bought tickets to go to the Caribbean to celebrate their 25th. Not anymore. No. And by the sounds of it, Air Canada, whatever, is now getting the shit suit out of them because they're not refunding the ticket flight.
They gave people vouchers for. I just saw an article about that. Yeah.
And I was going like, no. Nobody's going to be traveling.
Nope.
So
it's going to take a long time for tourism to pick back up anywhere.
Absolutely. Yep. Like just for shits and giggles, I was looking on like hotels.com, the app or something like that. I was like, all right, let's go to Niagara Falls. Let's see what's going on in Niagara Falls. There's like the Hilton right at the falls kind of thing, up in like a suite kind of thing, $80 a night.
Oh, wow.
I'm just like, what? That's usually double, triple the price.
Wow.
And they can't give these rooms away. Nobody's traveling. So the stuff that Trudeau's talking about is the emergency funds. I know everybody's going, well, Air Canada's definitely getting stuff like this, and then everybody's going, no, they shouldn't. Like, that's not what that money's for. But everybody's going like, it's going to happen.
But it has something to do with revenues, and I don't know. I big companies are always going to find the way to work the system.
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, Air Canada. This is was it the other day? Air Canada Monday. Air Canada laid off 15,000 employees.
Tech Savvy laid off 130.
They
have over 200 and some odd working from home right now.
Yeah,
for core agents, but they laid off 130.
That's nuts. My place that I work. Last week there was 3 people in the warehouse.
Wow,
me being one of them.
How many normally?
In the warehouse, normally we've got maybe a dozen people, okay. But in the main plant that we do, they have 80, 90 guys per shift.
Okay.
The main plant is blacked out.
Wow.
There's not a single person in that main plant.
Wow.
So,
but if there's nothing going on at the main plant, what are you guys still shipping?
I don't know. This is like this is the thing that's
not like you guys converted to making masks or sanitizer.
I think we're not really capable of making any of those things, right. Unless they want a mask made out of steel.
I heard like a skate company has switched over to making face masks, and Hiram Walker has switched to making sanitizer in Windsor, and
it's weird. Like, I think we are running out of inventory alone because we have a couple customers that are still demanding parts. And we're like, who's making these things? And
the big car companies are all shut down, aren't they?
Right.
So where the hell are these parts going? Shady dealers somewhere?
I don't know. That's like I said. I know where they're going.
Tony at the docks. Forget about it. He's getting a really good deal. Forget about it.
Like I know exactly where they're going, but I'm not going to say anything.
So I'm right with Tony on the dock. Okay, I got you.
That's neither here nor there. There's no such thing as the mafia. It doesn't exist. But it was just like last week I did nothing. Literally. The week before, the Thursday, they announced the layoff. I went, oh, okay. They had a list of like 80 guys. Out you go. They had a manpower set up for 2 shifts, and people, I went, oh, okay. This normal, par for the course, whatever. Right. We're down to like skeleton kind of thing. I come into work the next day on Friday, less than 16 hours after the first layoff notice up. Come in, there's a notice on our time clock. Yeah, we've switched things. Everybody's out. And we're like, oh, what? When did this happen? And then I come in, and my supervisor right away, he goes, yeah, Mike, we're going to need you to come in on Monday. I went, what? He goes, yeah, you're coming in on day shift for Monday. I go, just for days? He goes, just for Monday for now, but there's a possibility we're going to keep you for the week. No, it was like Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, the partial thing.
The partial thing. That, yeah, because we had definitely had stuff that had to go out Monday, Tuesday. He goes, then we're going to lay you off Wednesday. I went, all right. And then he comes back about an hour later. He goes, okay, we're going to need you to come in Monday next week. Just Monday. I went, all right. What about Wednesday to Friday this week? Yeah, come on in for those days too. I went, so I'm unlaid off for the rest of this week? He goes, yeah. So come in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I go, next Monday for sure. He goes, next Monday for sure, then we're going to play it by ear. I'm going, play it by ear.
You need to know.
I go,
I kind of need to know if I need to be here.
Yeah, do I need to start setting up my EI package?
Exactly.
Like when do I need to know?
Because I don't know if it's gotten any better, but when I finally applied for my EI, it took me 3 days to finally process it through on the internet. Yeah. Because you have to apply online first. Yeah. It took me 3 days for the website to finally work because it kept freezing on me.
Crashing.
And then you have to call a special hotline to have them waive the first week waiting period because they will under this circumstance, right? Yeah. But you have to call this certain hotline for them to put a note on your account to do that. So it took me 3 days to place the file. It was too late for me to try and call the number.
Yeah.
Monday I tried calling. Tuesday, Wednesday, I think it was Thursday morning, I finally got through. I started calling. They open at 8:30. I started calling at 8:28.
Yeah.
Couldn't get through. I swear I tried over 100 times to call that hotline over a 4-day period. Finally get through where it's actually ringing through.
Yeah.
Got on hold for over an hour. Finally got through to someone to talk to them for all of 3 minutes to put that note on my file.
No, really?
Yep. Now, I don't know if it's gotten any better.
I wouldn't think so.
But that's kind of what you might have to look forward to.
Yeah, but okay.
But again, you may not even have to apply for unemployment. There's this other thing. Can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But you're going to want to look into that because this is a special circumstance.
Absolutely. Because I don't know what I'm doing next week.
Right. So.
But, okay, that's not true. I think I was told by one of our shippers that there's one box supposed to be going out next week. I'm like,
that's going to take you 8 hours?
One box? Yes, it will now. I go, one box. He goes, yeah. I go, what else you got? He goes, I don't know. So I'm going to go.
I get worried when you start seeing equipment going out the door.
Yeah, it's not there yet. That's not a concern.
I know. I was making it.
But yeah, it's one of those like.
If we weren't in this situation and things are slowing down, and okay, now what's going on?
Exactly. Yeah. Then you have a bunch of guys sitting on the sidewalk at the main plant going, where do you think you're taking that? What do you think you're doing? That kind of thing. But I have to talk to my supervisor tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. I go, what's the plan for next week? And it's going to be, I don't know. It goes hour by hour, the changes.
Brent used to, that was kind of his scheduling when he worked at the Heinz plant. He never knew what his schedule was going to be more than a few days in advance.
Oof.
And he did that for years.
Wow. I couldn't.
Now he's
couldn't do that.
off right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he even has a date. I think it's only the 2 weeks. But then he goes back to work, and they're going to be busy.
Yeah.
They're expecting to be busy. So,
see, that's the thing when you talk about when we get the all clear. It's going to take off. Like,
this isn't even with the all clear. This is they're expecting. They have work.
Yeah.
They have people. He works in a tool and die shop, and they have companies that are wanting stuff. They have work to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like, when my situation with the automotive industry, when we get the all clear, I know it's going to be, we need to be 110% now. And I'm going like, you just had dudes probably have 3 weeks off. You're not going to get them.
Nope. It always takes a little bit of time to get back into the groove.
Our furnaces have to get up the temperature. And like you see, if you start banging stuff out on our cold furnaces, they break and you create a much bigger problem than just productivity. I'm going like, there's so many weird little things that have to go right in a certain amount, a certain way to turn everything on. You can't just go.
Yep.
And I'm just, that's the thing.
There's a process involved.
Absolutely.
And if you skip one step of that process,
You're
shit goes sideways.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing Monday. Like,
but you know you're working.
Maybe for the rest of the week, that like right now, I know I got Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
I know I got those 2 days. What happens after Saturday, Sunday? It's anybody's guess. I could go in, talk to my supervisor, and he'll say, yes, come in. We're going to do the same thing next week that we did this week.
Okay.
And I could get a phone call Friday night and say, yeah, you're out. And I'm just like, that's possible.
Yep.
Anything's possible. Like, the people that were in my warehouse were the top 3 seniority people with skills, like the not skilled trade, but
right.
the skill for the posting that we have.
Right.
Me and the 2 other people in there were the top 3 people on the seniority list. They just brought back 3 more guys, top seniority guys, to do a job to make some production that they've never done before. But because they're the top guy, the seniority,
they have to learn.
Right. And we're going, okay, we need this many bins of stuff going out. They're going to go like, you're not going to get them. We're just like,
at least they're realistic.
At least you go, dude, do what you can. Give me what you can.
That's all you can do.
Oh, absolutely.
Do what you can. That's like when we get behind, and when we were behind when I first started the job I'm in now.
Yep.
I can only do so many in a day. Right. I can't do any more than that kind of thing. Like, I'm working as fast as I can. I do what I can, and I go home. You know.
Do you want it done right, or you want it done fast?
That's key. Yeah. That is key. Done right is key.
Right. Because if you do it fast, it's not necessarily going to be right.
Right.
And
that's when mistakes happen.
And that's when the customer freaks out.
Yep.
We're going like,
and considering you're making car parts, that means recalls. That means lives are in danger.
Right. Or the majority of the time, we don't get to that point with our things. So like if something goes wrong, they'll catch it and then they'll throw out the stuff.
Okay.
And then they'll charge back.
Right.
So it won't. We're not going to.
You don't have parts that can fail to be like a recall notice kind of thing.
No.
Okay.
No. Our stuff, when it fails, it usually pretty dramatically and like right off the bat. Okay. So there was
obvious problems.
Yeah, very obvious problems. Like when a torsion bar shatters, it's like a shotgun going off, and you know something is definitely wrong.
Oops.
Yeah. So, but these guys, like the guys have never done this, and they're doing their best. One of them comes up and goes, "Lucy, like, what do I do?" I'm like, "I don't know. I've never done that job either." So he goes,
Yeah, and there's no one around to ask.
"No, there isn't." He
That's
said,
crazy.
The supervisor that's in there right now is a new hire, so he's
Oh, jeez.
he maybe had maybe a month under his belt before everything went sideways with this. And we're going like, "To the wolves with you." So he's just like, he's walking around and goes, "What do I do?" I'm like, "Breathe for one thing, and like chill." So everybody's got a good handle on what there's air quote what they're supposed to do. Me is like, hang a sticker on a bin, and then it goes out the door, and like, I'm done for 2 days. That kind of thing. He goes, "If you need me, I'm going to be sitting right there watching The Expanse or a Marvel movie." So
I know so many people going through the Marvel saga right now.
well, somebody posted up the chronological order.
Yeah.
And the only ones that I can't watch are the Hulk ones because they're not on Disney, and I can't.
Yeah, my nephew-in-law, he's going through that, and that's he ran into that. He wants to watch Incredible Hulk, and it wasn't anywhere.
Yeah,
so he borrowed my Blu-ray.
Yeah, okay. Well, I suppose I don't have a Blu-ray player. But, nah, yeah. So, no. If I take it to work.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. We'll talk.
Yeah. But just like, what did I watch today? I watched Thor, and then half of the Avengers. And I'm just like, oh, I gotta go outside. I'm dying over here.
You're binging, and you're getting overload now.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And
I think that's part of the reason why I haven't watched a whole lot, because I'm still gun shy to do that sort of thing.
Yeah. I believe that.
So,
well,
that might be a part of it.
I break up Marvel with episodes of The Expanse.
Okay.
So I'm going back through season 1 of The Expanse.
I'll probably be checking that show out soon.
Yeah. And I know fucking everybody is all over me about watching that stupid Tiger.
Don't even say it. I don't want to fucking talk about it.
I don't either.
It's ridiculous.
I don't either.
The only reason it's a thing is because people are stuck at home with nothing better to do.
Exactly. And it's fucking train wreck TV.
Exactly.
And my
I don't even
daughter,
want to say the words.
I don't either. My daughter in London, she goes, "Have you watched it yet?" I went, "No, I'm avoiding it like a certain plague that's flying around lately." She goes, "Oh, you got to watch it. It's great." I was like,
No, you're celebrating a bad person.
Yeah. Everything that I haven't seen it, but I've read some of the things about it. I'm going, there's nothing redeeming about anybody on that show.
You're celebrating a bad person. And that no, absolutely not.
That was not a corona cough. That was
curious.
A drowning cough.
When did the Kardashians start? Was there some sort of similar situation going on, and that's why we're stuck with the Kardashians now?
Oh, that's to the Google machine.
Because I'm really wondering if the Kardashians came at a time when people
needed something,
weren't
to
traveling as much or whatever, maybe 9/11 or something is my thinking. But I don't really know. It's the only reason I can think why the Kardashians are still a fucking thing. I put the current trend, if you will, on the same boat as I'm not saying the fucking words.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you give it a name, it has power.
When did Keeping Up with the Kardashians start? October 14th, 2007.
Oh, so it was well after 9/11.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There had to be.
That's the only thing I can think of. A lack of options.
Natural disasters in October of 2007.
SARS.
What natural disasters happened in 2007?
When was SARS?
That's a good question. No, SARS was 1990s, I think it was.
Was it? I'm going to look that up.
Okay.
This is getting weird.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna push to October. Let's see. October 13th. Southern Colombia, 21 people die and another 26 are injured in a landslide.
SARS was 2003.
2003.
Yeah, the major outbreak was in 2003.
Oh, okay. October 21 to 28, Southern California, 24 wildfires from Simi Valley to the Mexican border.
No, that still doesn't sound like there was anything on a large scale that would have.
The only large scale, October 31st, the Caribbean, 107 people died during Tropical Storm Noel.
Well, no, that wouldn't have been enough for people to not travel and whatnot. So no, there's no, okay. I thought there might be a correlation there.
Yeah. There's nothing.
I'm absolutely certain that the current thing is strictly because people have no other options.
I don't doubt that at all, because they've probably burned through. Everybody's binge watched everything on Netflix already. Mm-hmm. So anything new that has episodes and these people are stuck at home, they're going to watch. Mm-hmm. And now everybody and their mom is talking about that show.
Yep.
And
except me.
And me.
Other than what little bit we're doing.
The small circle that's like at this table right now is just going like, no, I've seen some of the trailers like on Netflix. And like
I haven't even seen that. I've seen pictures of the dude. That's it.
I've like you pause on it, like if you're scrolling through and you pause, and then a trailer will play. And I'm watching this one, and I'm just like, no, I can't, and I'm moving on.
No,
it's just one of those.
Read a really brief synopsis of it, of what it is. Not even a full, just a brief little 2-line blurb.
Yep.
Nope, absolutely not. Not worth my fucking time.
No,
the brain cells that'll probably kill.
Oh yeah. See, that's the thing where I'm looking at those big Facebook posts that I put up. I'm trying consciously to get out of that loop of old normal. Mm-hmm. I was never really too deep into what I would consider the old normal anyways. But I want to be a little more aware, a little more conscious of what the future is going to hold for me, for everybody else around me. And I don't I wasn't into celebrity and sports and stuff like this, not by a long shot. And I really want to stay away from it when it comes fired back up, because when everybody gets the all clear, it's going to come like both barrels right down both eye holes and ear holes.
Well, you mentioned celebrity. So many of them are now jumping onto YouTube and TikTok and whatnot.
Yeah.
And some of it is good. A lot of it is mind numbing.
Yeah.
One of the best ones, John Krasinski. He posted 2 days ago. He posted the first episode of SGN. Some Good News.
Oh, okay.
A newscast of just good news stories.
That's okay. That's fine, and that's fine and dandy. I like that. I tried to find.
He told some great little stories, and then it happened to coincide with the 15th anniversary of The Office.
Oh, okay.
So via the internet, he had Steve Carell on.
Oh, nice.
And they discussed some of their favorite moments and whatnot, and it was really sweet.
That's okay,
and it'll just put a smile on your face.
I'm good with okay. What I dislike about celebrity, and I'm painting with a very broad brush here, is when they tell everybody what to do, what to think. Influencers.
Yeah.
When you're a social media influencer, I air quoted the shit out of that. It's one of those things where, especially kids and very gullible adults, listen to these people. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're famous. They make a lot of money. They must be smart. Not necessarily.
Most of them are not.
Most of them are not.
Not for the stuff that they're preaching about.
No.
They're smart for marketing themselves
Right.
and that stuff.
Yeah. I said, I don't like...
Cardi B don't know shit about the coronavirus.
No.
And somebody made a joke video because she said something about the coronavirus, it's real or whatever like this, and somebody made a song out of it.
Yeah.
And it's blown up, and she's a fucking cartoon character. Yeah. Don't fucking listen to her.
Right. No. Like you said this, I raged internally the one day I was listening to the radio. I think it was CBC. Justin Trudeau comes out and says, yeah, we're going to start a campaign where we're getting celebrities to tell everybody about coronavirus. I'm going like, wait, what? He goes, they even quoted a price. It goes, yeah, we're going to start a $50 million ad campaign to get celebrities because nobody listens to real doctors, real scientists. You have to get your information from a celebrity. That way, you know it's real.
That hurts my heart.
Really?
So much.
I wanted to punch my radio in my car when that came through.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. We're fucking going to hell.
Yeah, we are.
The dinosaurs are going to take over again. Like,
good.
Like, fuck.
I want to ride a
I
Brontosaurus.
hereby bow to our future lizard lord.
Reptilian overlords.
Yes. You need someone to brush your teeth for you, Mr. T-Rex, because I know you can't reach. I'm here for you, man.
Oh, that's good beer. No, I heard that, and I think that's when one of my rants fired off. So, like, everybody's talking about today, Rick Mercer put out...
I haven't watched it yet. I want to, because he's good at...
But he's still a celebrity. And he's telling...
But he's got a way... Because it's what he does, right? It's his thing.
He's an actor playing a role.
I think it's more than that now. Ever since he's had his Mercer report, I think it's really become more than.
It's not news. It's
really?
not. It's not news.
Okay.
So it's the exact same as Stephen Colbert and.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not.
I know Colbert's a character.
Yeah.
Character. I didn't think Mercer was.
Mercer's a character. It's all like as soon as there's a producer on a show.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It ain't real.
Yeah.
It ain't real. It's an act. He's an actor. Yeah, well. That's just the opinion of me, but I'm not going to get my information from an actor.
I am curious to hear what he says, though. His rants are usually entertaining, at least.
It is, and he's talking about closing people finding loopholes from the social distancing rules.
Yep.
We're actually breaking the rules right now.
Yeah, because we're less than 6 feet away.
And we're not related, and this is not essential.
It is to me. I haven't even got to the most dramatic part of my feeling.
Okay.
So, do you want me to slide into that now?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Because I was just ranting. Ranting like a fool.
The word social distancing.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a difference between social distancing and physical distancing. Okay.
Yes.
Physical distancing is what they want people to practice in public when you go to the grocery store or whatnot. That's why
2 meters.
I've seen pictures. They have the lines they have tape marks and all that stuff. Okay. Yeah. That's physical distancing. For some reason, and I can't explain why, my quarantine, do you notice you and we didn't really talk a whole lot, did we? Not. I realize we don't talk a whole hell of a lot, but we really didn't text much in that time frame when you think about it. And I'll point out, our message group, the Whiskey Wednesday group.
It was mostly me pumping memes.
You and Jeff and Nate.
Yeah.
I didn't chime in hardly at all. I read it all.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, was social distancing on social media. I wasn't interacting. Brent is really struggling.
Brent
is severely struggling.
Yeah.
Okay, he's here in town.
Situation.
He's at his mom and dad's place because he could not be alone in his apartment. No. With his issues, absolutely not. But I haven't talked to him a whole lot, and I had no excuse not to.
True.
Now, part of it,
I'm the same way because I didn't see Brent online a lot. Like I've been living on Facebook.
He didn't message me for 5 days at least. He didn't message me once, and I was scared.
Yeah,
I was legitimately scared.
Do you know who he's been talking to?
Who?
Parker.
Really?
And
Parker has no issues with that. Like, that's cool. But hey,
yeah.
As somebody's there because I feel like shit. I go through these phases.
It's fine.
Was social but I had no excuse for it. I'm literally sitting there most days. I have my phone in my hand.
Yeah.
No lie, for 3/4 of the time I'm awake.
Okay.
Because I'm playing Pokemon and whatnot. There's no reason why I can't throw messages in between all that stuff. No, there's no reason for it. I can't explain it, but that's what's happened. I know that Ad Astra has now officially been canceled.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Steph was waiting for bios from us.
She was, yes.
I never responded to her at all. I owe her an apology. I have no excuse for it other than I just didn't. And I can't really explain it. For some reason, I just wasn't doing it.
I have a feeling there's a mental block because you were socially isolating. You were quarantined.
I had nothing going on.
No, but the mental part of you is I can't contact these people because I cannot do more than what I'm already capable of doing because you're a doer when it comes to stuff like this. If Brent, because you knew Brent was in town and you couldn't go to him.
Oh, he wouldn't have tried that anyways, but yes, still, I know. Yes.
If you were talking back and forth and you knew he was getting bad or whatever, you normally would rush over and talk to him face to face.
I would try to hang out with him and get together. Yeah, you're right.
But you
not when he's in town. If he's in Windsor, I can't.
But you couldn't. And you were putting up that barrier for yourself.
Why wasn't I texting you?
Why wasn't I texting you?
There's something off with me. And I know it's still part of my long-standing issues, the self-confidence and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just said something that I think kind of rang a bell. I had nothing going on. What the hell was I supposed to talk about? Oh, I'm playing Witcher again. Oh, I'm playing Pokemon again. Oh, still here, not doing anything. Oh, Crystal. Oh, we made this for supper. And wow, that's exciting.
No, but it doesn't have to be exciting all the time. Like it
needs to be
fun.
Like conversation. There's nothing to converse about.
Like conversations like it's fun. Maybe if we had talked a little bit more.
I haven't watched any wrestling. I haven't watched any of it.
Because there's no wrestling to watch. Really?
I'm curious with AEW stuff. And I know what's been happening, but I haven't watched any of it.
But okay, you are aware of what's going on, right?
Yeah.
That's the same as watching it. It is.
Yeah.
It is exactly the same as watching it because
they pulled the rug with the Brody Lee and Matt Hardy and all that stuff. They surprised a lot of people.
Right.
How well does it play though? I know what's happened. I don't know if it's working. If it works
It's
for
an
me.
empty arena.
That's what worries
the
me.
whole.
That's
the
the biggest
whole thing with those reactions. They rely on full arenas, and I'm like the stuff that I've seen of WWE with like Gronkowski coming out and doing a stupid fucking dance.
You got WrestleMania this weekend.
Yeah, and it's already taped. It's done.
Really?
Really?
I didn't know they were pre-taping it.
They pre-taped
Holy
all of
shit.
WrestleMania. It's in the can.
Wow.
All they got to do Saturday and Sunday. It's 2 days now.
You know what they've turned it into? What this has forced it into? I've always said wrestling was a soap opera.
Yeah.
It now is a legit soap opera.
Absolutely.
No longer filmed in front of a live studio audience.
No, because you can't control the studio audience.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a studio audience, not a problem.
So, but that's just not having anything to talk about's been a part of it.
Okay.
And I don't know. I feel like I've distanced myself in the wrong fucking way.
We each handle this situations differently. I understand. I get you. I really do.
Touching my face. Ah! I can't help it. My skin gets itchy. I can't help it.
Exactly. Okay. Somebody.
My work is very dry.
Mine too.
So
Yep. I know. Yeah. I'm with you with the face touching and scratching.
And I'm always congested, so I coughed a few times today, and I said, mostly they're fine. They know because I've been there long before this shit. They know, but still, one of them's I know that.
They throw the protective dome over you like from Monsters Inc. or something like get up.
Okay, pause.
Yep.
Because this I mentioned TikTok.
Okay.
So there was this cute story about a guy and a girl. They live across the street from each other. Hadn't really met, but they started chatting with each other, I think online or whatever. He could see when she was going out for a walk, but they never interacted in person.
Okay.
And it was all sweet and cute and everything. And then he decides, okay, fine, we're going to have our first date. And he gets one of those big bubbles, bubble boy bubbles.
Yeah.
He has flowers in his hand and everything. And he goes and then he messages her, come downstairs. And she comes out and there he is in the bubble. And they went for a nice walk. But he couldn't give her the flowers or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you fucking dick. You just raised the romance bar so fucking high. You're a fucking asshole.
You run over and pop his fucking
Exactly.
Fuck you. What do you think you're doing?
But I just thought of that.
Nope,
You mentioned
good.
bubble and came to mind.
It's just the way you were handling the situation.
I don't like it.
Nobody does. Like when they're talking, when it first came out, I think I mentioned it when it was like all this social distancing. I went, it's fucking named wrong. It's social training.
Social training.
Social training. They're training us how to act going forward. Right?
Ooh, yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do you think when we get the all clear, you're going to see people standing fucking ball to cheek at the lines at the grocery store? No, because those fucking lines are not coming off the floor.
It's going to be interesting.
It'll be the exact same. You're going to see, like now, news articles coming out talking about should people be wearing masks out in public? At first, I'm going like, wait a minute. We were told wearing masks does absolutely nothing for this.
Right.
Now, there's conflicting news reports of saying, yes, some doctors are saying we should be
In other words, mask sales went down.
Right. It's all driven by money. And they're training us to become a cashless society.
And those fucking hoarders that bought everything up and then are trying to resell it and they're getting shut down on the websites and whatnot. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
I heard two brothers, some in the States, their shit got confiscated.
Good. You're an asshole.
The local authorities confiscated it and took it all to the local hospital.
Good. That's what, see, when you're an asshole like that, you need to be punished.
Yep.
Because I went to, was it last week? What was it? Yeah, no, it was on a weekend. Me and Mags went grocery shopping. We went to the one place across town. And we walk in and you could feel the panic. It's like right at the edge. You can see. Have you ever watched a nature show and there's a herd of zebra?
Yeah.
All right. There's a lion somewhere in the grass over here.
And then that one zebra goes, huh?
Yeah. So, and as soon as that one zebra goes, huh? And it ripples through the crowd and all the zebras start looking. That is how that grocery store felt. I swear to you that I'm going like, this is 1 second away from everybody in this place losing their fucking minds.
It was that level the night before our quarantine when Chris and I took a drive. We went to the Walmart in Wallaceburg and stuff, and we managed to get one big pack of toilet paper, which we're not even we're about halfway through right now. You know, it worked for us, and that's with everyone in the house.
Yeah,
so, you know, so, but it was close to that level then. It's only gotten worse.
Oh yeah. So. To finish up that story, we walk into the grocery store. The fresh fruits and vegetable area, stocked to the ceilings. The actual stuff that would help you fight off infections and viruses and everything, right there. Fresh fruits and vegetables, nobody's touching.
Do you know why? Because there was an article that said that stuff could carry it, could be contaminated. The only fruits and vegetables are stuff you have to remove the peel. That's why bananas and oranges, those were selling out.
No, they weren't.
Well,
not where we were.
Well, they did at one point.
Yeah. So we go through that section and we're heading towards bread, which has been fucking picked clean. There's one dude, one of the store workers putting bread up like this. Mags goes over and grabs 2 loaves. While she comes over, puts them in the cart, another dude from the store comes over and goes, "You guys need toilet paper? I'm putting the last skid that we have out."
Yo, man, I got some in the back of my truck.
That's about it. Like he come up and he kind of...
there's Tony from the docks again.
He kind of whispered it. Yeah. So,
yo, I got what you need.
I got what you need. So I look at Mags. I went,
opens a coat.
Yeah. I'm like, well, may as well grab one. So Mags goes over with this dude. The dude reaches into the box, picks the box up, hands a package of toilet paper to Mags. Fucking heads snap around like somebody just dropped a fucking half-eaten seal into a pod of sharks. And I see this. I'm going like, oh,
run!
No, I'm just they look at Mags and then direct where she's at, and 4 people rushed into that area, and I'm just like, motherfuckers, you are walking into the wrong neighborhood if you think you're going to be pushing my wife out of the way.
Equivalent. That Black Friday in the States.
That was higher.
Really?
Yeah. It almost.
You've seen Black Friday videos,
I have seen
right?
Black Friday videos, but it was like right there.
Wow.
And like I saw this in Chatham of like no reason.
Wow.
So like I crank up the sheepdog aura, just like. And Mags looks at me. She goes, "Why are you so grumpy?" I go, "Do you see anybody around us right now?" She goes, "No." I went, "You're right. That's why. They're not coming anywhere near us." So we went through the store unmolested. There was no toilet paper, no paper towels, no Kleenex, nothing, no hand sanitizers, nothing. I'm looking at this. I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with people? Coronavirus does not cause gastrointestinal issues.
Nope.
There's no reason.
The only reason we bought that pack is because I knew we didn't have enough to last us the 2 weeks. So
You
we bought
needed
that
it.
one pack.
You needed it.
And that was the only pack they had. I would not have bought a 30 fucking pack.
Right. But you needed it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Nobody needs 10, 30 packs of fucking toilet paper.
That night, our last night in quarantine, or the last night before we started, we'd stopped at Crystal's work just before they were closing. One of her coworkers said she went to Walmart like around 7 o'clock. We were there at 9. She said she went there at 7 to get toilet paper. They were gone, and as she was walking in, she saw a guy being helped out. He had an entire skid of toilet paper getting loaded into the back of his truck. Why they allowed one person to buy an entire skid load?
Because it's Walmart and they greed. That's what. That's why I'm still making parts and sending them out the door. Greed. That's why this is the fucking. I almost went to the bell tower with a high-powered scope and rifle after I read this article. Wet'suwet'en. Are you familiar?
Yeah.
They're still building the pipeline.
I saw that because there's nobody protesting now.
There's a loophole that BC has the essential worker clause. BC has stated gas and oil workers are considered essential. The spirit of the law is gas and oil workers are still essential to help maintain established.
Not build new.
Exact. But these are gas and oil workers in that loophole, and they're building.
Wow.
They are building that pipeline.
They're using this as a way to get it done
right
while the
and
protesters are away.
Nobody there watching them.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop them.
That's shifty.
That's shifty. That's shitty.
Fuck.
That, like, off to the bell tower we go. So,
I'm sure you probably got an email about your internet bill.
yeah.
Okay. Do you understand that?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they have gotten so many responses from customers pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you do this during this crisis when people are out of work and yada, yada. What people don't realize. Okay, so what we're talking about here is, again, I work for Tech Savvy, and Tech Savvy has to raise their rates by $5 a month starting in May.
Yeah.
Okay. What has happened, okay, and a lot of people aren't realizing, is this was in motion. This was like, this situation hasn't helped it. This was going to happen eventually because the big companies that are vendors, Bell, Rogers, and so on, they're still overcharging us. We got a court order from the CRTC last October, I believe it was, for them to finally lower the rates down to manageable numbers. They've been overcharging us for, I think the whole process was going on for about 4 years.
Yeah.
They'd been overcharging us, the third-party vendors.
Yeah.
They get this court order from CRTC. Tech Savvy says, great, excellent. We're going to lower our rates to match then, because that's how Tech Savvy works. Rather than just putting the extra money in their pockets, they're going to give it back to the customers. Yeah. They've done it before. A week later, after we've done the change, they got a stay of execution. They lawyered up, of course, and they got some sort of injunction to prevent it from happening, so they can still overcharge us.
Yep.
Well, we've maintained. It's now 6 months. We can't anymore.
No.
Internet usage has skyrocketed.
Oh, yeah.
With everyone being home.
Yeah.
So we're losing money keeping the infrastructure running.
Yeah.
So he had to. There's no way around it. It had to be done.
Really,
it's not our fault. If the government would have some balls and fucking stick to the court order that was given.
No, see,
I know, and I don't want to get into that fucking debate, but that's what it comes down to.
I'm not debating you. I'm totally with you.
Right.
Like say,
debate wasn't the right word.
Yeah. All the people had to do is actually read the email, and it was laid out. And they said, like, we don't want to do this, but we have to do this to stay in business.
Do you want to still use our internet? Because if you want to still use our internet, we need a little more money.
Yeah. Like, I totally 100% got it. And I'm just like, fucking Bell.
They can cut corners. They just laid off 130 fucking people out of a staff of 500 to 600. They laid off, I think, a quarter of our staff.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yeah, I totally get it. I got it when I got that email. I went, yeah. It did not surprise me 100%. Like, I was more surprised when my bill went down. Mm-hmm. I went, oh, wow, because that does not happen.
And believe me, if things turn around and they finally start following to that order, it'll go back down again.
Yeah, I'm
guaranteed
cool with that.
It's going to happen.
Yeah,
but it has to get to that point.
Yeah, and with who you're dealing with, they have enough lobbyists and lawyers. It will be tied up forever.
Yep,
and it will not go anywhere.
Yep.
So,
but we had the Payless to Connect campaign going. It was a website where you went and you filled out a short little questionnaire. It took like 30 seconds, and it sent a letter off to your MP. They got, I think it's like 200,000 sent. I
think they got one of mine. I think I did that, yeah.
But they had, I think it was like 200,000 or more people that sent in for this, because Canada pays the highest for cell phone and internet rates in the fucking world.
I know Dave Montoya, when we were talking the one day where he was talking about his unlimited data. Mm-hmm. I go, what's that? He goes, you don't have unlimited data? I go, Dave, I can barely afford 7 gig a month. Mm-hmm. He goes, that's insane.
I see ads on TV, and for this company, $50 a month with unlimited data. For one, the first phone line, because we pay for 4 cell phones.
Yeah.
Okay. For just the first line, that is 1.5, or we pay 1.5 times that amount for just one line.
Yeah.
You don't want to know how much my cell phone bill is every month.
I've seen
it's rent.
Yeah, yeah. I used to pay for 6 cell phones, and I know you're paying, brother. And
now, mind you, we have a really good data plan, but Xander needs it.
Yeah,
Crystal uses a lot because her work doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Yep,
and as bad as it sounds, the Wi-Fi for us to use at work is the best. But when you got 400 people, and got, at any given time, you've got 50 people in that lunchroom trying to use it.
Bandwidth issues happen.
Right. So I get that.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining at all about that part.
No. It got to the point where as soon as the kids each turned 18 and went, you're cut off, you're getting your own goddamn cell phone.
We didn't even have to cut Tally. He did it on his own.
Yeah.
He said, I went and got my own cell phone.
Good.
Yep, he's on his own.
Yeah.
So
the worst part about that is the kids would go out and get a new phone and a new number, and then I would have to call Bell to try and cancel that phone. And it'd be like, I need to get rid of this phone number. And it's like right to retention. And I'm just like,
That's, yep, all the big companies do that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Tech savvy, we don't.
Yeah.
No, when I was on the phones, a customer called in to say, I want to cancel my service. Oh, sorry to hear that. Okay, I'll do that. I'll take care of that for you. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. And like 2 minutes, I have a cancellation order in place. I had so many times where I go through all that and I'd be done. Okay, you're all set. Your service will be canceled as of this date. Really? That's it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah. But you said you wanted to cancel it. He goes, wow, I thought this was going to take a while.
No, because
nope.
Every person gets sent to customer retention, and it's a fucking circus trying to keep you. Mm-hmm. And they're offering you the sun and the moon, and then like, well, if you keep this, you can do that. Like, no, I
so badly want to cancel our Cogeco home phone.
Yeah, Sherry
keeps it because of Landon, and that's it. That's the only reason.
Okay,
but it has come in handy lately. Back October with the sidewalk.
Oh,
the sidewalk fiasco. They cut my cable line. It's a lot quicker for me to call Cogeco because our phone is out than for me to go through Tech Savvy because our internet's out, because then they have to Tech Savvy. It's a longer process when my internet is out.
So you're cutting out the middleman to go right
by still having the Cogeco phone, I can just call Cogeco directly.
Yeah.
Now, just before we went into quarantine,
I remember this.
Brain Trust contractors came to start installing fiber optic for Bell in our neighborhood. Yeah, they're finally installing the fiber optic service that a salesman tried to sell me 3 years ago.
Not bad.
Or 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
Well, they've been busy on the other side of town.
Yeah, but he offered me a service that couldn't fucking get.
Hey, yet.
So, so they came along to start installing fiber optic for Bell.
Yeah.
They cut our cable line the first day. The first day they were in our section, they cut my cable line.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. It got fixed the next day. Like, actually, that happened the day.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, no. Sorry. The first time. No, that was the Friday. That was the Friday before. Yeah. Okay. And then on the Tuesday before I started quarantine, I came home on my lunch to take care of the dog because she was having digestive issues again. And I noticed that they were going to be digging in front of our house again because they had only done the preliminary work.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, if I come home, I know my internet's gonna be cut again. And sure enough, it was. And my phone was out.
Oh, geez.
So I called Cogeco, and they came out first thing the next day and fixed it again.
Your ordeal with Cogeco.
I'm not done.
I know. I saw the one video that you posted.
You're right. And now this one gets explained. This was Cogeco's fault. Okay. Confusion with the technicians. So a tech shows up to run a temporary line to my neighbor. The box is on my neighbor. So if I'm looking out to the street, the neighbor on my left, that's in front of their house is where the box is.
Yeah.
The neighbor on the right needs a line.
Yeah.
So this technician shows up and he runs this line. It goes up and wraps around a tree branch, strings across overhead, which I can jump up and touch. It's rubbing up against the edge of our carport roof, and it wraps around their smokestack, their vent stack, and then down the wall and goes into the house. That's a temporary line for them. Okay, fine.
Textbook cable laying right there.
So there I am that morning. This was, I can't remember what day it was, but I was awake and I knew exactly. I was watching BoJack Horseman and it stopped working. And I look over, oh, no modem lights are out. Okay. I go and look outside thinking, okay, they're digging again or whatever. And I see the Cogeco guy out there. So I stick my head out the door. He's on the other side of my carport. He's 10 feet away. And he's like, please don't come any closer.
Don't fuck with my cable.
I'm not going to. I said, but did you happen to touch our line because our internet and phone just went out? He said, no, I didn't touch your line. All right. I left it at that. I waited about 15 minutes till he left. I went, what?
What?
I waited till he left.
Recording. Get out of here. Get.
Yeah. Closed set.
Yeah. You're breaking. What's it?
Podcast law.
Not podcast law. What's that?
Breaking Bad?
No.
Breaking Benjamin?
No. Personal training or
personal space?
Personal space.
I'm 6 feet away.
Go on, get. Make me get the squirt bottle. Yep.
So I waited till he left. Took that video showing how he ran the line and everything.
Great.
Then I called Cogeco. Oh, I know. While I was waiting, I called Cogeco.
Okay.
And they told me that they couldn't do anything until the next day.
Awesome.
This was like 8:30 in the morning.
Just tell the dude.
I went out. I took the video, pissed off and whatnot. Well, I got a call at about noon-ish from a tech. And I think it was the tech who came the week before. He said, I've got your order. I'm coming in from Leamington. I'll be there in an hour.
Leamington?
Yes. He was in Leamington and was coming back to Chatham to take care of my ticket. He comes at some point in all the rigmarole with what's happened with our line. The line that got connected to our house, the line that's marked for 68, was mislabeled. So the tech who connected the neighbor, he disconnected our line because it wasn't labeled for 68.
Of course not.
So I can't entirely fault him, but still, you knew there was they have tools. They know where the active line is. Come on now.
Yeah.
It's he said he didn't touch but he did. He just didn't realize it was mine because it wasn't labeled right. In order for the guy to fix it, though, he had to run a new temporary line to my house. So we have this beautiful white cable, bright white cable, with a junction point exposed to the elements.
Sure.
That is now tucked into our neighbor's stone wall, and then runs up my fence, and then comes across the little gap into my house. And who knows when that's going to get fixed proper. But we're still waiting for Kojiko to come back to fix the rest of the line in the street. Because I still have a 30-foot piece of cable sticking out of the ground on the corner of my property right now. That's not connected to anything.
Well, there's your cable.
I have a 20-foot piece of cable that they pulled out of the ground when the issue first happened with the sidewalk. That's still waiting for someone to take it because I'm not putting it in my fucking garbage bin.
Sell it.
No, it's shit.
Copper. Strip the jacket off of it.
It's worth 25 cents. There's not that much.
Still 25 more cents than you had going in.
That's been my ordeals with my internet at home.
See, no wonder he didn't want to contact anybody because he knew it was a goddamn circus out there.
And now I'm going to have to work from home in a few weeks, relying on my internet to keep me going.
Not bad.
Fuck.
You should get a hold of Tech Savvy. They got good internet.
That's who my internet is with. Fuck. But it's Kojiko's lines. Like, fuck.
Bell Satellite.
Boy. Fuck no. Bell will never get any of my money.
Fiber. You're getting fiber.
Fuck that shit.
Fiber optics.
Okay. Because I missed that day. Oh, that day that I came home and said, okay, my service is going to be out when I come home that day. When I came home and was walking my dog, I saw a person walking down she was talking to a neighbor across the street. I know that was the Bell salesperson. Going to be offered packages. When I came home, the pamphlets were in my mailbox. She's lucky I wasn't home because she would have got a bit of an earful.
Oh, she's just
along the lines of
a poor little,
I would have been polite about it.
You just said you're going to give her an earful. She's just a poor
she's
little
gonna hear
girl
a lot,
trying
is
to,
what I mean.
Trying to fucking earn her way through medical school, and you're fucking being
go to stripping. Don't sell Bell internet.
She probably make more money.
Exactly. Because why would I go to Bell? Why would I go to a company that A, screws over the third-party vendors, B, overcharges outlandishly, and why would I want to get a service that I don't fucking need? Because nobody needs 400 or no average household needs internet higher than anything. I would even I would say 100 megabits download speed is the fastest an average household would need.
I disagree.
Really?
Yes.
Do you understand how the internet works?
No.
That's why you don't. Why? Okay. When you're talking
now, what number is bigger, 400 or 100?
400.
400 is better. Thus endeth the argument. I win.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Because you don't
400
understand.
400 is more than 100, right?
If
400
you try to stream an episode of The Expanse on 100 megabit, you have a 40 meg service. I know you do.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I barely get 25. Fucking tech savvy.
That's probably Wi-Fi issues and whatnot.
No, whatever.
I don't know.
I'm not doing tech company,
support.
man.
Anyways, just hear me out. Hear me out. If you try to stream The Expanse on your 40 meg service,
yeah,
and then you had another TV right here, and you try to stream the exact same program on a 100 meg service,
yeah,
are you going to see a difference?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what difference?
Because 100 is more than 40.
Do you know what difference you're going to see? You're going to see probably about a half a second faster, lower loading speed for the initial load.
Perfect.
But for the rest of the streaming, it's not going to be any different.
Yes, it will.
Because
that one's going to be a half a second faster. Half a second in front of.
Shut up. A half a second is not even noticeable.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Why? Okay, have you ever watched the Olympics?
We're not talking the Olympics. We're talking internet.
Have you ever watched the Olympics?
We're not talking.
Have you ever?
Yes, I've watched the Olympics.
When they start timing races, right?
Look,
Hey. It goes 9 points
I get it.
and 3 points, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
why? Because that fucking thousandth of a second fucking matters. May not matter to you because you all must like being a mediocrity, but it matters to me.
Do you want faster internet?
Fuck, I'm gonna go to the fucking Bell, get fiber. Fucking
Okay.
400.
You're gonna
400.
You go right ahead. You're gonna be paying.
Fucking worth it.
You're gonna need to take out a mortgage.
I got a mortgage.
You're gonna need another one.
That's fine. Fucking banks love giving money away. So JT said they're going to protect us. So
Yeah.
you and I can't. No. I just they haven't even like putting in fiber like down the road that way. They haven't even come even close to this end of the street. They've done that.
And now, is that
side?
Bell's fiber that's being installed this way?
As far as I know. Because it looks like the exact same company that has been doing the Bell stuff all over town.
All right.
But
I'm not sure where Tech Savvy's installing their own fiber optic network in town.
Yeah.
But they have a much smaller workforce,
well,
obviously.
they can fucking start over here.
They started from the office working their way out.
Well, fucking move over this way fucking faster.
Let me put it to you this way. It's a fuck of a lot closer to you than it is to me.
Good.
It's only on this side of town.
Good. About goddamn time.
Well, that's not true. And I don't understand how. I really need to ask somebody about that.
Hey,
okay, I'm going to shut up
It's
now.
about time the south side got a little fucking something. Even north siders are fucking rolling in it. So fucking fire.
Yeah, I'm rolling in it.
Yeah.
I live in my sister-in-law's basement. I'm rolling in it.
Move out.
On that note, where are we at for time?
We got time.
All right.
I don't know. Do you want to?
I don't know. I don't want to.
It's 140.
Oh, really? Holy shit.
You got a juice.
Kind of, yeah.
You spent.
Yeah. I have other things I can talk about. We'll save that for another day.
Okay.
I got the important, how I've been feeling with this situation and whatnot. So,
but other than feeling shitty, so
doing fine. I get to go home to my granddaughter's going to be there. So,
maybe
she will be. She is.
Are you sure?
Well, let's see.
7:00. She fucking should be in bed.
Oh shit! I gotta hurry up. We get home.
Why?
Because Eden's passing out. I want to see her while she's conscious.
But I got so much more I want to talk about.
Really?
No,
didn't think so. Oh fuck! I missed you, man.
I know. Fuck! You should have texted me, you asshole. That's right. I did it. That's right. I made Jason feel bad. You thought the doll
just do the outro already.
You thought the doll was gonna fuck you up. I'm much more real than a fucking doll.
Okay, this is another reason why I don't participate a whole lot in your and Jeff's conversations. Because I'm not quick enough to keep up with this shit. Fuck. I admit my shortcomings. I am not quick-witted.
Milena tried once.
I know. I saw that. And as soon as she did, I'm like, ooh, no.
I saw that too, and I went, oh, fresh meat.
Walk away, Ricky. Walk away.
All right. Jason needs to go see his granddaughter. It's only been 14 days. Fuck's sakes.
More than, actually. It's been about 16 days.
Oh. It's not like she's grown or anything.
Do the outro, please.
Oh, right. Fine. So thank you, everybody, for coming back. If you come back.
Yes, thanks to our listener.
Our listener, you are. Thanks for doing us a solid. Jay, good job surviving the quarantine so far. Yeah. No guarantees there's not going to be another quarantine coming
When
up.
I found out the news about that coworker who has it, I found out yesterday.
Son of a
at
bitch.
like it was like 5:30.
Like,
the news hit because it was on Facebook or whatever, right? And I messaged my supervisor, and I'm like, "We're good, right?" She goes, "Yeah, she's been gone longer than you have." And I'm like, okay, all right. Okay. I said good because if I come back and I find out it's virus central, I'm going to be really fucking pissed.
All right.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you, everybody, for tuning into Dispatches from Shed Quarters this week. This has been Mike.
And Jason.
We will talk with you next week.
Bye-bye.